Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Sushi Dragon Masters. And today we are going to be talking about Bluefish by Schmatz. And if you have not read this, I highly recommend it. It's a beautiful and kind of sad story, and I would really recommend going into it without knowing what it's about, because that's what I did. And I'm kind of glad I did, because I feel like if I did know something about it, I might have not enjoyed it as much, because I had no expectations for it, because I had no idea what went on in this. So basically, this discussion will be spoilery. There will be no spoiler-free section, so if you have not read this book, you can leave, or if you want to find out a little bit more about it, you can stick around for a little while. That's okay. It's all up to you. It'll get more, we're going to start like discussing the beginning till the end. So once we start getting towards the end and you feel like it's getting a little too spoilery for you, then you can leave. It's up to you, really. So basically, this book follows a kid named Travis, and I can't think of his last name, so we're just going to call him Travis. And he has just moved to a new house, and he lives with his grandfather because both his parents are dead, I think. Yeah, they're dead. I forget how they died. You know, I think his mom died in a car crash and his dad died in a different car crash. I don't know. Something along the lines that happened. One of his parents died in a car crash, okay? And the other one either did or didn't. I don't know. But anyway, so he starts going to this new school, and when he gets there, one of the first people he meets is a girl who goes by the name of Velveeta. Her name is actually Vita, but she calls herself Velveeta, and all I could do is think of cheese. So basically, as he's going through the school day, he eventually reaches his reading class. And when he gets there, his teacher says that they all have to go pick out a book off the bookshelf. So he goes and he just pulls out a book, and he just looks at the cover and is like, oh, okay, there's a fox there, so I'm going to read this. And basically, it kind of goes from there. And then as he's in school a little bit longer, we start to notice something, like he is not doing his homework. And he's just saying he's just not going to do it. Like, he doesn't give an explanation. But his teacher in his reading class starts to pick up on this. And then one day just asks him to come back into his little office area where they were going to discuss their books. And just says like, okay, well, I know you can't read. And I was like, what? And then I started to feel so bad for the kid because he can't read. So he's not doing his homework just because he feels like it. He's not doing his homework because he can't. He doesn't know what it says. He can't read the instructions. He can't read the questions. And the only homework he can do is math, because he can see the numbers and see, like, okay, this is a multiplication problem, this is an addition problem. Like, he can see that. But everything else, he can't read it. He can't read his textbooks to know what they're talking about. He just can't. So his reading teacher offers to teach him to read. And he takes up this offer because he really wants to read. He feels kind of stupid. And that actually brings us to why the book is called Bluefish. Because I'm pretty sure we are all familiar with Dr. Seuss. And the one book by Dr. Seuss is One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Bluefish. And that book name is so hard to say. like, it's hard to say fast, but anyways, he, in his old school, he was always called Bluefish, because the fish at the bottom, the bluefish on the cover, is, everyone would say, oh, you're a bluefish because you're just so close to the water but too stupid to go in. Like, they were all basically just calling him stupid. And then, as the story unfolds, Velveeta is reading the book Thief, and from the book Thief, she realizes he can't read because his teacher is kind of teaching him to read in the same way Liesel did. So she's like noticing him doing it in class, like circling the words he doesn't know. And so then she's like, okay, well, I know you can't read, do you want me to help you too? And then she starts helping him read. And then they also make this other friend that I cannot remember his name at all. But basically, Travis starts to realize that he's not as stupid as everyone thinks he is. Oh, as he thinks he is. He actually is smart, and he just didn't realize it because in the end, when he's telling his friends about the whole Bluefish situation and like why he was called Bluefish, well, he just said that he was called Bluefish, and then Velveeta was like, oh, like from the Dr. Seuss book, and then he said, yeah, so then she's like, oh, that's so cool, like, that's so cool that you were Bluefish, you're like the fish, like all the other fish are swimming around, he's just sitting there, just like, so, that's not how she worded it, but that's how I worded it, so then, him and Velveeta and their other friend that I cannot remember his name, I'm gonna see if I can find his name, Bradley, that's his name is Bradley. So basically then, in the end, him, Velveeta, and Bradley they made this like Bluefish club thing where they all had Bluefish on the back of their hands, like I just did. Because I'm cool. And then, in the end, he was happy. I wasn't really that 100% satisfied with the ending though, because it had one of those contemporary-ish endings where it just cuts off, and you're just like, but what happens after that? But I loved this book so much, and I do highly recommend it if you have not read it, and you for some reason just stayed through this whole entire video just to get yourself spoiled. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!